Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Jaquan,
I'm Jasmine.
and welcome to the Film Spill.
So today, guys, we're going to be reviewing The Gifted. This is a drama series, and here is the summary. A family's ordinary life is upended when their children manifest mutant abilities, leading them to join a mutant underground to escape a hostile government.
Yeah, this was definitely an interesting show. I feel like when we first started watching The Gifted, it was back when we kind of started watching a lot of different other superhero shows and movies. So it's definitely one of those nostalgic shows, a part of that journey for us. The rating I'm going to give this is going to be a 4. Let's talk about my pros and my cons. So, very first pro, I just really like the colors on the show. I think when we talk about mutants, we always say, well, how can you beat them? How can you suppress them? It's like, okay, we're going to create an ability where you can't use your powers. I thought that was really, really dope because at the end of the day, you really can't beat these mutants unless you were able to, stop their powers from coming out. Polaris was really strong. I really like the fact that they constantly bring up the aspect of her being Magneto's daughter. Gus' power was also really dope. Him just being able to stop people from using their abilities. Polaris ripping the screws out of Reed's knee. I thought that was insane because immediately I was like, well, how is he going to walk afterwards? Like if this screws are holding up his knee. Polaris attacking the FBI in the very beginning. Polaris and Lauren making the truck just jump over the barricade. Dreamer's ability was dope. The speedster ability was also cool. Finding out that Reed's grandfather and his great aunt had abilities that Reed's son, Andy, and Lauren now have, which was Fenris. Finding out that Reed was a mutant, but his dad experimented on him to try to remove it. Finding out that Reed's dad also had powers. Fenris' ability was just so OP. Like, we just saw how strong they were when they combined their abilities together, Lauren and Andy. Polaris destroying the plane Campbell and the others were on. Polaris giving birth was crazy because you just saw how powerful she was, and she was just causing so much of an outbreak. Reed getting his powers back was just definitely insane. Eclipse warming his baby with his healing light. Andy killing Rebecca. The team getting back together. Reed killing Revis. Cons, Polaris getting jumped while pregnant. That was definitely sad to see. Caitlin acting alone. Caitlin was the mom trying to get help from her brother. Esme, she was definitely an op. She was powerful, but she was an op. The kids getting caught. Dreamer dying, Blink dying. The Esme sisters were crazy, all of them. Turner just never quit. I think that was one of the things we just kept saying. This dude just literally just kept on the hunt. He just never gave up. Revis was definitely a op. And her ability when she was like opening her mouth was just ugly. But she was powerful though. Andy attacking Eclipse and his sister, Lauren. Rebecca was crazy. Like when they saved her and she ended up just trying to kill people, she was just crazy, psycho. Turner was just going too far with Thunderbird. Like I said, this dude just never just gave up. Caitlin's brother was an op, like I said, and then Turner killing Blink, that was sad to see. But other than that, definitely a dope series. Really mad that they canceled the season. I give it a 4.
Okay, guys, I also give this series a 4 out of 5 stars. I love watching anything that has to do with powers, so this was right up my alley, even though this was a really old show. I like that Polaris was Magneto's daughter. Like he said, they made sure we knew that over and over again. Her boyfriend Eclipse had light powers, Blink could open portals, and Gus had a cool power, like you said, he could disable other mutants' powers. When she broke out of the police van, she went crazy. She was throwing bullets at people and taking everybody's guns. It was just really cool. I didn't like when Eclipse had to run back to his ex in order to help get Polaris out of jail.
He got out of
and
jail.
He had to work for her. She was all kissing on his cheek and stuff. He won't trying to tell her. But of course she found out because it's like, we gonna find out. Woman got an intuition. But he should have been honest with her. But whatever. It was crazy finding out that Reed and his daddy had powers and his kids got their same powers from their great-grandparents, all that stuff. Their power is just super strong and crazy. Like you said, Turner was too loyal even when the sisters killed all his people and left only him alive, and the FBI expelled him. He still decided to keep going after these people. Like, he was not giving up. It was crazy. Season 2, Polaris' delivery was crazy when she blacked out an entire city just by being in labor. I couldn't imagine the craziness of delivering a mutant baby. Reed's lava powers came back and they looked like worms crawling under his skin. It looked weird. I didn't like when Rebecca killed all those hostages at the bank. Like you said, she was just a hothead. And the ending looked good whenever Blink came back and it sucked. The show was canceled because I think it was a really good show. So, yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, just like always, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. You guys have a good one.